Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing good. I am on my way to get an ultrasound of my thyroid. The last time I did, the nodules that I have, one of them, there is a new one and one that got a little bigger. So definitely don't want to miss any of those checkups. Once you have cancer, you are a little more diligent, or hopefully. I worry about any little lump, bump, nodule, cyst, whatever. Can't help it. So I'm going to take you with me. And so, I'm not lonely and we can chat. I will tell you that this is the beginning of November, the 3rd or 4th, I can't remember. It's gorgeous out. I don't know what it's going up to, but just unseasonably gorgeous. Although a lot of the leaves are now falling, but it's still temperature-wise. I feel like I shouldn't be happy about that because, just signs of global warming and everything else. And I used to be, when I was a kid, we'd have our first snow by now, maybe 2 of them. So being in Pennsylvania, you'd think it would just get a little cooler, but it doesn't so much anymore. In fact, I remember having a lot of winter coats that I don't have anymore. I have a winter coat, but they're not as fluffy and cozy as they used to be. Kind of like a lot of times I can get away with a light jacket in the winter. I do get cold easy, I'm old and all. So, and I got a new toy today in the mail, and it's a gimbal to keep your camera or your cell phone steady. So it's it's got a stabilizer in it. It is called a DJI Osmo Mobile. And it just makes, this car ride's probably bumpy, so I couldn't use it in here unless I held it, which would be terrible. But as a either selfie stick, or if you want to take a walk in the park, it actually keeps your phone steady so that it's a nice stable picture no matter what you do. And I'll probably take it to I'm sure I will take it to Asbury Park this week, but I haven't really had a chance to see all the features. And that was also thanks to a large donation that I got. In part, this is one of the items I got. And thank you, Carol. And let's see. Yeah, I would like to also get a new camera, but I don't know, the quality that we have going on seems to be okay. My whole problem was the mic. Phone mics are just not the strength you need, but the camera is just getting better and better. So I think that I'll probably still get a camera for my computer. At some point I want to do live streams, and I don't really have the proper connections to do it with a phone, unless I don't do it on the computer at all and I just do a phone live stream. But I don't know, I feel like I would be squinting into the camera looking for everybody's comments, or if we're in the chat. But I'll get there one thing at a time. So I'm looking forward to this ultrasound. And hold on for a minute. So I just realized that I'm going in the wrong direction, thinking I'm going to one place where I get imaging when I'm supposed to go to another place. The problem is that well, it's not a problem. There's lots of healthcare options in South Central PA. And I do utilize primarily two places. One is where my oncologist is, and the other is where my regular family doctor practices. So they are affiliated with two different hospitals, and the imaging I'm used to getting is oncology. And suddenly I was just like, wait a minute, they're not going to have my paperwork. That happened to you? It happens to me a lot. And sometimes I'll pull out to the end of the street and I don't know if I'm making a left or a right. It's like, where am I going again? Oh, welcome to Geezer Patrol. I'm glad I left a little bit early. I left a little early in case they could take me early. Do you ever do that? But unfortunately, I'm going to get there on time because I have another appointment to get my flu shot. Chris and I are both going to get our flu shot after this, and then we can just take care of it. I'm hoping to get my results before I leave on Wednesday, but if I don't, I don't. I probably wouldn't be able to understand it until I talk to the doctor anyway. I love the portal, the hospital portal. Do you get to use that? I think it's great when you want results right away and you don't have to wait for doctor's appointments, because getting follow-ups is really, really harder today with how overtaxed their schedules are. When I was a kid, most doctors had offices in their houses. I had Dr. Bono. I remember him when I was a little girl. He had this lovely house. I think his mother lived there as well. And the whole first floor was a doctor's office. And they had ashtrays. And I remember he was trying to quit smoking. Yeah, it was a different life. I remember him using acupressure or acupuncture. He had staples in his ears. Yeah, I've been having a lot of childhood memories lately. As it's getting cooler out, I was stepping out of the shower. I was really, really cold the other day. And suddenly came to mind when I was a little girl, my mom used to wrap me around a towel and sort of tuck me into the bed so that I had blankets and I wasn't cold too long. So apparently I'm famous for shivering. I don't know. It's kind of nice to bring up some memories that you hadn't thought about for a long, long time. And I don't know if that's the cancer or being mindful or what. Just lately, I've been getting a little sentimental. So this is going to be another place with a kiosk sitting next to the receptionist. We're going to the hospital, UPMC, in Lidditz. And yeah, customer service again. But they're not going to take my blood pressure, so we're good. Now I'm passing the place where I was doing volunteer work at the senior center, I guess it's independent living and memory care. Yeah, that makes me a little sad. I kind of miss it. I want to find out what kind of Christmas events they have coming up. I should probably stop in and just get their flyer for the month where they have their calendar. They don't have it online, but I'm sure there'll be holiday parties and stuff that maybe I'll come out to volunteer for. I really miss these people. But I got to tell you, there's a lot less pressure on me for a Thursday morning class. I hope whoever's doing the class is successful, and I hope everyone is still enjoying that. Okay, fam, I am here at the hospital, And I wish I had my little gadget, like I was up to date on that, because I would maybe take you into the hospital rather than making everybody sick from my klutzy clutches. All right, got some parking. All right, talk to you soon. I'm back. So that wasn't so bad. I like this particular hospital. It's funny, I like the doctors at the other hospital, but I don't like the hospital as much. And I like this one. I mean, the other one's in Lancaster City, Lancaster General, which is a nice hospital, but it's a pain in the butt for parking and all that stuff. This one's more in suburbia and easier to get in. But so I like them for different reasons, but I prefer the doctors that are affiliated with the one in the city a little better. So it's a trade-off, but it's nice to have options. So we're heading home, and then Chris and I are going to go get our flu shots and get our vaccines. We'll be all set for the winter. I haven't had an RSV vaccine yet, but I'm kind of thinking that I should. I've seen it devastate other people, so, still thinking about it. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about was, as of this date, it's Monday, tomorrow is election day. So you probably will not see this until post-election. And I'm not here to talk about politics in the United States. I am here to talk about, no matter what that outcome is, I just hope there is peace. I hope that everyone can, people are not going to accept either way. There are going to be some very angry people. There's going to be very upset people that will not accept whatever the outcome is. And I just hope that everybody can be civil and there aren't any little breakouts of violence anywhere. Because this seems to be a very, it's all very heated. And the closer we've gotten to election day, it's become more heated. It's not like something that we didn't expect, though. I mean, I have been saying for the last couple of years that I'd like everything to be done and to the other side of this. Yeah, but it's about getting along and respecting each other and respecting people's boundaries. So I'm not talking politics. I'm talking about the relationships that we have. I know this has caused divorces, and it wasn't always like this. Do you remember when I don't know how it works in other countries, but in the US, do you remember when you didn't know what your neighbor was, into as far as Democrat or Republican, and you didn't care? You just respected that they have an opinion and they're going to vote the way they want to vote. But a lot of times you just didn't know and didn't care. And it's just really, really crazy. I just want this to be done and peacefully. I mean, yes, I have opinions and I would like to go my way. But afterwards, we just really need to keep it together, people. Because humanity suffers every time we go through these things. Yeah. All right. So that said, by the time that I've uploaded, you'll know what the outcome was. So, love you all, and I will talk to you very soon. Well, hi again. I had to make one more stop. Actually went home, then went back out. I had to recover from that flu vaccine. I'm usually not a squeamish person, but the person who stuck me, it really hurt, and it hit a vein, and there was, trigger alert. As you can imagine, there was some blood, and I don't really get upset at the sight of blood, except when it squirts out of my arm. So it was a little gross, but I got over it. Anyway, that's that. So we got back, and then I needed a nap. I took a good nap. It wasn't a long nap, but it was a good nap. And then I headed out again because I'm leaving for Beth's in a couple of days, going to Asbury Park, if you remember, to see a hand specialist with my Dupuytren's disease. And Beth's birthday is a couple of days after I leave, 2 days after I leave. So I wanted to get her birthday present, and I had gotten a couple of items. Of course, I'll probably have given this to her by the time you see this. But I just got her a couple little things and a little jewelry, and nothing I really need to do a haul for. Yeah, you know how it works. She's a dear friend, and I'm excited to see her. And Delma, of course. I should get something for the dog besides a cheesesteak. So anyway, so I took care of that. And I actually went to a True Value, believe it or not. I know, it's a hardware store. But this one is a really big one. And the first time I went in there, I had gotten some paint, and I looked around, and they have a little boutique in the back. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but this little boutique, just, a little pricey, but some items not so bad, especially bracelets and jewelry, earrings. Some of them very reasonable, but just beautiful, beautiful work. So that first time that I went in there, I ended up walking away with like 3 pairs of earrings. I love earrings, and I love bracelets. And I didn't want to blow my budget today, but I did. I ended up buying something for myself too. Got a bracelet. I can't help myself. I got it bad. Girl's got to do what she's got to do. Now I'm heading back, and I have to fry up some bacon. We're going to have breakfast for dinner. I like having breakfast for dinner. We do that every 1 or 2 weeks. I mean, it's simple. We switch the breakfast up once in a while. But today it will be cheesy scrambled eggs. I'll have 2 pieces of bacon and 1 piece of toast with a little butter and a little jelly. And that'll do me. And I'm looking forward to just being in for the night. Because I don't think I slept good last night. And I have a feeling that I will probably conk out a little bit early. I have to finish some laundry and get packing this is Monday. I'm not going anywhere till Wednesday, but Wednesday morning's kind of busy. I do have a doctor's appointment with my bariatric surgeon. But this is just a checkup. This will be my 10-year anniversary of my bariatric surgery. And I don't know, that's kind of sentimental to me, because I've been seeing this surgeon for follow-ups for 10 years, every 6 months. I think that's just the way that they help you stay accountable. And I had asked why do people fail with bariatric surgery? And he said the number one reason is because they don't come back, or they've put a few pounds on and they're embarrassed to come back, and then they just let it go. So if you're in one of those places, you don't let that get you. you go back. I mean, I did it. I gained a few pounds and I didn't get yelled at. Even if you gain 20 pounds, it's not in their best interest to yell at you. And even if it's not bariatric surgery, sometimes it's people that allow their blood sugars to get too high, so they don't go back to their endocrinologist, or it could be anything you feel you failed at or you're embarrassed about. They're not there to shame you. I'm not going to talk for all doctors, because some doctors are just, buttholes like everybody else. Everybody has that potential. But I have found nothing but support when it came to these bariatric follow-ups. And of course, you don't have to hear all this. I'm kind of blabbing because we're in the car and driving, and if you were sitting next to me, I guess you would be my captive audience. So I'll just, let it go. In any case, I do have a busy couple of days, and I just want to get ahead of the game so that I can just pack and go. I already have travel things together. There are some people that travel so much that they just their whole toiletries are just already stocked. I don't travel enough for that. It wasn't that long ago since I was away, so I have a few things already set aside for the next trip. I can't wait to get on the train. Okay, patience. It's gonna be a few days. Let's get through this voting process first. All right, listen, I'm almost home. I love you lots, and I will talk to you very soon. Be blessed. Love you. Bye.